Yo, what's up? I'm Mitch. And in this video, I'm going to show you some craziest cool and some very awesome Sova lineups on your favorite map shitbox. ICEBOX. And yeah, if you want to learn a lineup for your favorite spot, you can check out the chapters on the description. And now let's begin. Got arrow for early info. Stand on the default plant corner, and place your charge bar left top corner, just below this line.
Right here.
And do a 1 bounce max bar charge. And the arrow will scan people rushing on both sides. Really nice double shocks for people rushing on a belt. Stand on this corner at the bottom front sight, and simply place your crosshair on this corner and do a double bounce with 3rd bar charge.
Revealing area.
And then place your crosshair in the middle of this inclined edge. And tap on it.
Scanning ahead.
And both arrows at the same time will look like this. Double shocks for people grouping in this area. Stand just below this line or hug the center of this square on the rafters, and place your crosshair on this corner and do a double bounce and a click.
Scanning ahead.
And then again place your crosshair on this tip, and again do a double bounce and tap it.
Revealing area.
And both arrows together will look like this.
Shot done.
A really nice double shock found by 3Manic for people picking orb on lower A. Hug this line on the back sight, and align your charge bar first line with this corner on the ceiling, and do 1 bounce and a tap charge. And then drag down the same line on top of this corner, and tap again. And both arrows together will look like this.
Shot done. Shot done.
Double shocks for the empty plant on the generator. Come to this corner near the door frame, and place your left drone circle right next to this point on the screen, and do double bounce and 2nd bar charge, and then drag down and place your drone icon V-shape on top of this point on the screen, and just tap it, and both arrows will go over the sage wall and kill the planter. Wait, you'll see in a second. Double shocks for the default plant. From the same corner, align your left HUD line and on this corner on the screen, and do a double bounce 3rd bar charge. And then align the same HUD line, but its right end with this corner on this shape, and simply tap it.
Revealing area.
And with a bit of practice, arrows will look like this.
Scanning ahead. Revealing area.
Very simple but very effective recon for retaking A. Stand anywhere in this area, and just shoot a recon on the edge of this wall with a max bar charge.
Scanning ahead.
And this is what the arrows scans. Double shocked for a gate area. Hug this side of the door frame, and align your charge bar left top corner with this corner on the panel, and do 1 bounce and 2nd bar charge. And then align your right diamond left tip with the corner on this shape, and simply tap it. And both arrows at the same time will look like this. Got arrow for mid early info. Stand anywhere close to this edge, and place your crosshair on top of this light, and simply do a 1 bounce max bar charge.
Revealing area.
And the arrow will scan anybody in the mid blue area. Simple but effective arrow for B early information. Get stuck into this corner on the mid boiler, and align your drone icon V-shaped tip with this corner. Like this. and do a second bar charge.
Revealing area.
And this is what the arrow scans. And after this recon, you can use these double shocks to help your teammate on B lane. Hug this plank on this box, and place your right diamond lower tip just above this corner. And do one bounce with second bar charge. And then place your crosshair just under this snow corner, and again do a second bar charge.
Ahead.
And both arrows together will look like this. And you can also do it for the B orb. From the same spot, align your charge bar bottom right corner in the middle of this edge. And do one bounce with second bar charge. And then align the same corner with this corner inside the shape. And do a second bar charge again. And both arrows at the same time will look like this. And the only recon you need to learn for retaking B, while rotating from A, come to this corner on the B hut, and place your second tiny HUD line on left of this corner on the scanner. Like this. And simply do a second bar charge.
Scanning ahead.
And the arrow will scan most of the positions on B lane, and even some of yellow, from where the enemies can play after a plant. And after the recon, you can use these double shocks for the B yellow. From the same corner, place your left HUD line and just below the dark part, but on the edge of this boiler. And do a third bar charge, and then place the letter R on this corner on the hanging container. And do a second bar charge with one bounce. And both arrows at the same time will look like this.
Scanning ahead. Reveal.
And if the enemies are revealed on B Cubby, you can use these double shocks to clear them. From the same spot, align your left HUD line end on this snow corner. And do a one bounce second bar charge, and then align your right drone circle with this corner. And again do a second bar charge, and both arrows together will look like this. Double shocks for B and D plant. Stand on this corner, and place your right HUD line end just a few pixels above this line. Like this. And do one bounce and second bar charge, and then place the same HUD curved part on this corner.
Here.
Like this. And again do a second bar charge. And both arrows done perfectly will go over the sage wall and kill the planter. Got arrow that shows a lot of positions on A. Just hug the right edge of this scanner. And place your right diamond just above this corner. And do a max bar charge. The arrow will land very fast and scans most of the site. And after the recon, use your drone to clear the maze, screens, and top and back site. Fast arrow that will help you get control over enemies push. Stand anywhere on this area, and just shoot a recon on this wall. And this is a good arrow that scans any type of aggression from the enemy team. Double shocks for the green box on A. Stand on this corner, and align your left diamond lower tip, just above this edge, and do a one bounce with third bar charge.
Scanning ahead.
And then move a bit forward under this area, so you can see this line on panel, and just tap on it. And you can do it from anywhere close to the nest, it'll go almost the same every time. And both arrows together at the same time will look like this. Double shocks for the bottom front sight. Hug this line on the box, and align the HUD between drone and shock icon with this dot. And do double bounce second bar charge.
Scanning ahead.
And then place your crosshair somewhere here on this wall, and do a double bounce with third bar charge. And with a bit of practice, arrows will look like this. Double shocks for the Viper player playing from the maze. Get stuck in this corner, and align your second charge bar line just below this light edge. And do one bounce with the second bar charge, and then align your left diamond upper tip with this dot.
Right here.
and do one bounce and third bar charge with a jump. And if they're stuck at that corner, they can't really see the arrow coming. And with a bit of practice, arrows will look like this.
Reveal.
Fast double shocks for post plant on the generator. Hug the start line on the pipes and place your crosshair right next to this corner and just tap it. And then align your upper HUD with this corner.
Right here.
And this time do a jump tap.
Shock dart.
And if you think that the second arrow is hard for you, then you can simply tap twice on the first arrow.
Shock dart.
And both arrows together will look like this.
Shock dart. Shock dart.
Got arrow that shows a lot of positions on mid, stand on this corner, and align your inner charge bar left bottom corner with the tip of the Kingdom logo. And do one bounce in max bar charge. And this is what the arrow scans. Best arrow for the B lane area. When the barrier goes down, just hug this edge between these two containers and place your left diamond upper tip just below this white edge. And do full charge with one bounce. And the arrow will scan almost every single position on this lane area and even some of yellow. Double shocks for the player playing aggressive from B yellow. Hug this inclined line on the ship. And for first arrow, align your right HUD line end inside this corner on this shape.
Right here.
And simply do a third bar charge. And then place your right drone circle on this notch. And do a second bar charge. And both arrows at the same time will look like this. Awesome double shocks for the player playing from under the bridge. Hug this line near the door frame on the B entrance, and align your left HUD line right end with this corner on the crane railing. And do a double bounce and second bar charge, and then align your charge bar line just above this corner between the crane jib and the other crane top. And do one bounce and second bar charge. And both arrows at the same time will look like this.
Scanning ahead. Reveal.
Double shocks for the player holding behind the nest. You can hug the same line again, and place your left drone circle on this corner on the hanging container. And do a double bounce max bar charge, and then place the same drone circle on top of this shadow part. And do double bounce with second bar charge. And both arrows at the same time will look like this.
Shock dart.
Double shocks for the player playing passive from the snowman. You can hug the center edge of this door frame, and align your right HUD line end with this corner on top of the container. And do a third bar charge, and then place your left diamond on this part of the crane. Like this. And simply do a second bar charge. And both arrows at the same time will look like this.
Revealing.
So that is a wrap for this video, and if you want to learn more Sova lineups, you can check out these awesome videos, or you can also join my Discord, where I post my all lineups before the YouTube video, so you can learn from there too. And if you end up enjoying these lineups, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. And I'll catch you in the next one. Till then, keep hunting.